Namaste, I'm Shashi Gosai and welcome to the YouTube channel Simple Hinduism, which is dedicated to simplify the Hindu religion, culture, fast and feast. Now, Hinduism isn't just a single religion. It's a combination of various traditions, cultures and philosophy. It's a way of life. Our ancient Hindu scriptures, the Vedas, which were written over 3000 years ago, clearly stated of how we should be living life in order to evolve both spiritually and emotionally, and how to fight any dangers, whether it's physical or mental. Today, we are living in a global pandemic. Covid-19 has destroyed lives, it's brought so much stress and anxiety to each of us. We may have cancelled surgical operations, weddings, social events, on top of all the tragedy that's already going on, and the fear of the future, of what is going to happen tomorrow, how we're going to live life tomorrow. Stricter following of our Hindu scriptures and following the hygiene practices that were documented in the Vedas will help us overcome this anxiety. COVID-19 is affecting people with low immunity or underlying diseases. So with a healthy mind, body and soul, we can help release these stresses and live a more calmer life so that we can help others in the community. So let's have a look at what the scriptures taught us. So firstly, accept your feelings. We get feelings of anxiety, loneliness, frustration, and we want to push them away because it gives us discomfort. But when we realize that we have to accept these as though they're like waves in an ocean, they'll come and go, we can process them, and this will lead to a much more calmer mind. And this is how meditation helps. Secondly, understand what can and cannot be controlled. Bhagavad Gita teaches us how Arjun was also overwhelmed with these feelings, and Krishna ji told him to let go of the fruits of the action and do his dharma, do his duty. Our dharma today is to follow the guidelines so that we can crush the epidemic, break the cycle so we can help the greater community. So please do follow that. That is our dharma today. Some of us will have to make very difficult decisions. For example, those who are business owners or heads of family, when you're responsible for other people. So do keep the dharma principles in mind, which is truthfulness, compassion, and helping those in need. So thirdly, what can be controlled? We can control our physical, mental, and spiritual states. It's important to keep to a routine. Exercise and healthy food is essential. Try new activities with the extra time. Fourthly, what cannot be controlled? We have to learn to let go of things, items, people that we have absolutely no control over. Hindu teachings and spiritual practices offer many ways for us to bring ourselves back to the here and now, release ourselves from the pain of the past and anxiety about the future. Meditation and yoga are excellent to ground oneself in this moment. Fifthly, devotion. The puja, the smell of the incense sticks, the deities, the ambience can give us spiritual energy. Some people find solace in devotional music, dance, or even Rangoli art. Reading scriptures for intellectual stimulation. Karam yoga, which is a selfless action, can bring so much peace at these times. For example, checking on vulnerable neighbors or donate supplies. Although temples may have opening restrictions, these days with modern technology, you can do Zoom meetings where you can have satsang and help each other emotionally through this very difficult time. Limit activities that disturb the peace of mind. For example, repetitive news of how many people dying or rising cases or the general chaos everywhere. Create boundaries and stay within it so that you have greater moments of peace, that you can concentrate on the greater community, the greater good of how you can actually help. If you really are feeling anxious, for example, you're getting sweaty hands and palpitations, it's best to seek the advice of a professional therapist. Although therapists are not gods, but their training does teach them of how we can assimilate our feelings, how we can come to terms with it, and how to get to a more calmer level. Our ancient Vedas clearly listed the practices we should undertake in order to fight any kind of infection. And for example, the first one, do not touch anything or anybody when we return from a funeral. Avoid shaking hands. Namaste is the traditional greeting, which means I bow down to you. Washing hands and keeping them clean on regular basis. It is necessary to wash your hands every 1 or 2 hours before and after meals, after touching any surface or a person in public. It also states remove footwear at the entrance of the house. And we had a mandatory 10-day isolation when there was a death in the family. Even the households were told not to cook if there was a dead body inside the house, and the tradition was that other people used to bring food to you. Also, once you've had your bath, you were not supposed to touch anyone who had still not had their bath. So physical hygiene and social distancing was already mentioned in our Vedas, which is so crucial in our fight against COVID-19 today. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to that little bit of Hinduism. I hope it helped you. I will be bringing some more. Please do leave a comment on my YouTube channel, Simple Hinduism. There's more information on our website, www.simplehinduism.com. This is Shashi Kasai, Simple Hinduism. Thank you.